Welcome back to the channel. Next Car Lunch. What if your next family EV could give you serious performance, luxury comfort, and dramatically lower daily running costs without paying for gasoline? Today, we're looking at the 2027 Tesla Model X, an electric SUV that could be one of the most interesting choices for American buyers. But is it really worth the money, and can it make financial sense for long-term ownership? Let's find out. The 2027 Tesla Model X is expected to remain a premium electric SUV, with an estimated US starting price around $80,000, depending on the trim and options. Higher performance versions could move well beyond $100,000. In Japan, pricing could land roughly around 12 to 15 million yen after market positioning, taxes, and import costs. For American export market buyers, especially in the Middle East and other regions, the final price can vary significantly because of shipping, duties, registration, and local taxes. Now let's talk about the biggest reason people consider a Tesla: running cost. There is no gasoline engine here, so you completely avoid regular fuel purchases. Depending on electricity rates, driving habits, weather, and charging location, a Model X can potentially cost much less per mile than a large gasoline-powered SUV. Real-world efficiency will vary, but owners can reasonably expect strong electric mileage from a full charge, potentially around 300 miles or more depending on the version, wheels, temperature, and driving style. For someone driving around town every day, charging at home overnight can be incredibly convenient. Instead of visiting a gas station every few days, you can start your morning with a charged vehicle. Maintenance is another important advantage. There is no traditional engine oil, spark plugs, transmission fluid service, or exhaust system to maintain. However, that does not mean maintenance is free. Tires, brakes, suspension components, air conditioning systems, software-related repairs, and other parts still cost money. Tesla-specific repairs can also become expensive when components require specialized service. For long-term ownership, your biggest savings could come from fuel and routine engine maintenance. But insurance is an important warning. Because the Model X is expensive and packed with advanced technology, insurance premiums can be higher than those of an ordinary SUV. Repair costs after an accident can also be significant, particularly when cameras, sensors, body panels, or other expensive components are involved. And what about spare parts in America? Tesla has a large presence in the United States, which helps with service access and parts availability compared with many imported electric vehicles. Still, repair times can vary by location, and some specialized components may not be immediately available. Behind the wheel, the Model X is seriously quick. You don't need complicated technical numbers to understand it. Press the accelerator, and the electric motors deliver power immediately. In city traffic, that instant response makes merging, overtaking, and entering busy roads extremely easy. On the highway, the Model X feels more like a luxury cruiser. The electric powertrain is quiet, and the low center of gravity helps it feel planted. For long American highway trips, that combination of quietness, strong acceleration, and available driver assistance technology can make the experience much more relaxed. For narrow streets and crowded urban areas, the Model X also makes sense because electric driving is smooth and easy to control. But remember, this is still a large SUV. It isn't going to feel like a compact crossover when parking in tight spaces. For family use, business travel, airport transportation, and daily commercial duties, the Model X offers useful cargo space and flexible seating. However, this isn't a traditional work pickup. If your business needs serious towing, heavy equipment hauling, or an open cargo bed, a Ford F150 remains the more practical American choice. The Model X wins when your priority is lower daily energy costs, premium comfort, and passenger-focused usability. Resale value is harder to predict. Tesla vehicles can experience noticeable depreciation, especially when new car prices change or updated versions arrive. So if you're buying purely as an investment, this may not be the safest choice. But if you keep it for several years and take advantage of lower charging and maintenance costs, the ownership equation can become much more attractive. So, is the 2027 Tesla Model X worth considering? For American buyers who want luxury, speed, technology, and lower everyday energy costs, absolutely. But you need to calculate insurance, depreciation, charging access, and repair expenses before making the final decision. If you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to Next Car Lunch, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming car updates, new model announcements, price discussions, and honest ownership-focused reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.